This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Huskies of Tokyo taking on the Eagles of Houston. And we are underway from Houston. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Brown goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
On 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down, they cannot connect.
They've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
In it to win it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A give running left, McAllister. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So you look at this situation and the relocation. It's worked other places. You've got the 2 teams in L.A. Until recently, we had 2 out in the Bay Area. Of course, the 2 New York teams. Now 2 teams calling Houston home. And we know that they do things big here in Texas. And if these fans here are any indication, this city is ready to support a 2nd team. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Okonkwo, the tight end, in motion. A handoff to McAllister. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's 3rd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. And able to avoid him. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's third down and inches. So third and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. On the ground, it's Tucker. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Nixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st down, it's Fields. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
10-3 our score after 1. here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the give, McAllister with it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Do not kick it to 22. And I'm deep. Let's stop him at the 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Okonkwo, the tight end, in motion. They'll run here with McAllister. Oh, he shifts past him, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Another run with McAllister. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Running right, here's McAllister. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. Now Hurts going to move him around. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Hurts. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
It's gonna be a good day, boys.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Now back to throw. And got his man. It's touchdown, Houston. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
2nd and 10. In motion left comes Williams. From his own end zone, Fields. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Fields. Got his man. It's Williams. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Fields now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Getting a drive here in the final minutes of the half. The coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep moving the scoreboard here.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Fields. He finds Robinson. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. On the end around, here comes Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Huskies drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
In it to win it.
In it to win it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Head off to Gibbs, headed right here. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Another run for Gibbs here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take the lead? That time, the pressure is starting to close in. He's just got to throw this one away.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And gets his hit across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action with Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Well done by Darius Slay, a sack on the corner blitz.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. This is McAllister. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. In motion left comes Brown. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go.
A give right side for Gibbs. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Gibbs straight ahead. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And quickly they get to the line. Off play action. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
The Cardinals are here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Rodgers on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's...
And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs, 50 yards. And the Huskies are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Baby, let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
63, 63. Hey, Silver.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, easy, 63, back. Totally. What I saw.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door. Instead, you step in a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Third and long. It's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a fourth down?
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Fourth down to give to Gibbs. And touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Huskies are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And now here's another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth.